We've got ourselves a new in-studio guest. He is just finishing his rookie season, a tremendous rookie season, and he is definitely in the running for Rookie Defensive Player of the Year from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think I see a couple of Steelers jerseys in our studio audience here today for Devin Bush. Good to see you, Devin. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. That's an applause line for everybody. I feel like, boy, sitting in Florida, I felt like me saying "please clap." That was a very Jeb Bush moment right there here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Nice.
Good to see you, Devin. How
You
are
too.
you, sir? Before we start talking football, Kobe Bryant, did he resonate with you at all? I mean, do you remember watching him towards the end of his playing career? I wonder what you thought about the passing.
I've been knowing Kobe since day one. Just him as a player, a person off the court, and I don't know. It's hard for me to believe it right now. I don't think I'm the person that kind of just took it in. Yeah, I kind of just still believe Kobe somewhere around here, shooting hoops or making an appearance somewhere. So it hasn't really sat down with me yet. But just to know that it happened, it's tragedy, you know?
Of course. And how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21.
Yeah.
So you weren't even born when he started playing basketball, essentially. And that's one of the reasons why I want to ask you, because, I'm 50, and I know what it means to me and what he meant playing. I mean, because I saw him from the very beginning and saw what he made of himself. I wonder what it's like for a younger generation to hear about the passing of Kobe Bryant.
For me, Kobe was in his prime when I was watching him.
Right.
Kobe. It was times where I used to YouTube Kobe just to hear him talk. Just about preparation.
What do you mean?
Just interviews. I wanted to know how his mindset was, because Kobe was a person that was like, "Hey, look, I copied or I learned from Michael Jordan." He wasn't afraid to say it. He wanted to be the best, and you always seen that. He's always had a look in his eyes, and the way he talked was just always excellence. Everything was always to perfection and very detailed. So, there have been times where I cut on clips on YouTube, and I just wanted to learn how to get to that point.
So, how old were you when you're going on YouTube? Just trying to figure
19,
out.
20.
Okay, so recently you went online to see how he was going to handle his business,
Exactly.
or he did handle his business, and then what did you learn from it? What did you pick up from it?
Man, just listening, man. Kobe was a guy he was Kobe. He could have done anything he wanted to do in the world, and everybody loved him, but he always had a focus about himself. He's always his biggest critic, and, he always wanted to learn how to get better. Even when he was at the top, he wanted to go higher than that, and he never was complacent. He's always felt like he needed to work on something, always needed to get better in certain areas, depending on whether it was on or off the field. So, he wanted to be a great person and also wanted to be a great player, and I think that's something I really want to do with myself, too.
Steelers linebacker Devin Bush here on the Rich Eisen Show. So how did you bring the Mamba mentality to your rookie season? How do you think that worked?
I stayed locked in. Obviously, everything was new to me. Just being a professional and having to take care of different things. I'm 21 and I got a mortgage, So stuff like that, I got to be able to perform and come off the field and handle my business. And, it was a lot of distractions along that way, just with what comes with it. And just to be focused and going every day and knowing that, it's a bigger picture in this.
Yeah, having been around rookies in the NFL for, over a decade and a half, it's the idle time, the downtime, when you're done and being a professional, punching out, if you will, out of the facility. And then what? It's been a lot of guys having an issue with that.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Once you punch out, man, it's your life. What you do with your life is what you do, and nobody's there to walk behind you and make sure you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Every decision you make is what you want to do. So
how has Tomlin helped with that process?
He stays in here. Tom is the type of guy, hey, look, if you guys don't have any place to eat or you want to come chop it up, my office is here, my house is here. He put his address up on the big screen to take it down, and, you come wherever, come whenever, talk whenever.
Hold on a second.
Yep.
So Tomlin's like, here's where I live. He put it up on the screen for you and for the whole team? Or?
Whole team.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing Antonio Brown wasn't there to Instagram Live that thing out. I'm sorry. But, interestingly enough, did you take him up on that sort of thing?
Yeah, there have been times me and Tomlin talked, of course, during practice. He'll come in the locker room and walk around the locker room and just talk to guys. He'll catch me in the hallway. I catch him in the hallway, quick chop it up, and, just to stay on the right track and make sure, my head is on straight.
Do you know if anybody had actually rang his bell at 10 o'clock at night and said, hey,
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be one of those guys. Nah. I won't be in my own house.
It's just amazing because I thought this year was remarkable. Obviously, you were not around for the final season of Bell and Brown, and obviously the transition. What did you see in that locker room that folks were telling you that might have been different for you?
From what I heard, Bell and AB was locker room guys. Everybody loved them. They had good character. It just things slip away, from people, and I don't know what the issue was or what started it, but
right.
Things kind of got away from AB and with Le'Veon, him too, and when I walked in the locker room, those guys were super welcoming. They opened arms to me and brought me in as a brother. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what happened.
Well, obviously you're now considered, I would imagine, certainly by your play, a leader, and I'm wondering what you expect of yourself in year 2 from that.
Big jump, man. We got to go in the playoffs. There's not too many times you catch the Pittsburgh Steelers out of the playoffs. 2 years back to back. So we got to get back in the playoffs and we got to contend.
Devin Bush here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, week 3, you were in San Francisco? Is that week 3? Okay. So what can you tell me about this team that's out there for the NFC this Sunday?
This is a real good team. This is a team that plays together, offense, defense, special teams, and they have a great coaching staff, and they believe in one each other, and they believe in the system, and they bought in, and it goes to show that they're firing on all cylinders, playing great defense, playing offense, setting up scores, blocking punt. They do everything. So, this is a team where you got to stop them early and often and make them, slow the game down and change the way they play.
And again, this is week, I think, 20 right now in the NFL, or week 21. You played them in week 3. What were the challenges that you think the Chiefs are going to face with the scheme that Kyle Shanahan, his first 15 scripted, is particularly evil on defenses? What do you think is the challenge here?
The run game. I think San Fran has a really, really good run game, and the stats show. All 3 of their running backs got over 600 yards on the season, and it just sets them up, for everything. It opens up the playbook. They could play action pass, throw the ball deep, get the ball quick to those receivers, run some screen game, and they move it open once they get a running game started.
Okay, so you did not play the Chiefs this year, correct? Mm-hmm. You did not.
Nah.
But obviously Mahomes is a particular challenge. How do you think he fares against that defense that you saw out on the field against your teammates?
Mahomes is going to do what Mahomes do, regardless of the fact. But I think it's the San Fran's job to contain that. He's going to make some good throws. Of course, Tyreek's going to touch the ball early and often. But I think once you limit that team and you got to get a stop. You can't let that team keep driving down the field and keep scoring. They get a good rhythm going, and they're hard to beat. So, it depends on, who's going to make the first crucial stop or who's going to have a defensive touchdown to make the game that much more hard to win.
All right, Devin Bush. So before I let you go into that Miami day, who do you have winning this Super Bowl this weekend?
San Francisco.
Okay. Is that because you don't play the Chiefs next year? You already know that in the schedule?
Nah, I don't know. I got a good feeling. They sitting high right now, and I think they focused as a team. You can see they don't take anybody lightly. They may have a game where they started slow, but once they start, they hard to beat.
Okay. Well, Frank Clark, fellow Michigan man, would probably disagree with you immensely right here. And he's been walking it after talking it quite a bit these days. Or he's walked it and then he's talked it.
Michigan man, that's why.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that.
I do know that. It's good to see you, Devin Bush. Loved having you on NFL Game Day Morning a couple of weeks ago, and I love having you here on this show when you're out in Los Angeles. Love to have you out in my studio over there. Have a good day here in your native Florida, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. That's Devin Bush, everybody, right here on The Rich Eisen Show.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.